Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody? So before we're talking about peace of mind, this one guy, he asked a question. I forgot the question. He was saying, how can you be peaceful and when you have family member that's toxic? I think that's the kind of question he was asking. When you have family members that are toxic, there's really no way around it. It's just like what happened with my sister, right? So, because she's 52 years old, and a couple months ago, I moved her in with me, and she started fighting with me. So I had to kick her out because it was really distracting. So I couldn't do my work. I couldn't make any phone calls. Every time when I make a phone call, she was kind of like screaming in the background. When you have toxic people in your life, it's hard to have peace. And if you do not have peace, and if you always have to, be fighting with somebody, it's hard to be productive. So, if you want to be productive, you have to have a peace of mind, and you have to have an environment that's not distracting, that's not toxic. So make sure to have a peace of mind. Pyro, welcome. So I was talking earlier. I did another session. So somebody asked me, "What if your wife is? What if your spouse?" So he asked me, "What if your wife is toxic?" That's a difficult situation. That situation is actually worse than mine, because I had a sister that was toxic. So she's older than me, and I mean, I would like to do whatever I can to help her, but when it comes down to the point where it's become dangerous, then I have to I cannot be around toxic people, because she was fighting with me so much that the neighbor actually called the police. So that's where I have to draw the line. But if you have a spouse that's toxic, that's a very tough situation. Yoyola, thank you. You're a good man. Can you please shout out my sister Anna Borshen? Anna Borshen, where's your sister? Yeah, so my friend, he has been married for I think 15 years now. I think around 10 years or 15 years, I forgot. So he's always pissed off with his wife, because before he got married, his wife told him, honey, you don't have to do a damn thing. I'm gonna do all the work at home. I'm gonna take care of the kids. I'm gonna do everything. But then once they got married and once they have 2 kids, now his wife doesn't do anything. So so that's why he's always pissed off. Thank you so much for your work. Okay, thank you, Morning Star. And also, I'm number 1. Thank you. So that's why he's always pissed off, because he feel like his wife like a cheat, like a kind of like lied to him and got him into his marriage, and now he's the guy that's taking care of all the home, everything that has to do with the home, and also he's taking care of all the kids. So he's always pissed off. I told him, there's only 2 options. Either you accept the fact and you stay in the marriage. If you do not accept the fact, I mean, if you do not want to stay in the marriage, that's okay. Then you can just get a divorce. If you want to stay in the marriage, then you gotta accept the fact. Anyway, that's a difficult situation. Yeah. Pai, my sister, she's living with my mom. So I went to see my mom yesterday. So she was there too. Yeah. Konnichiwa, homie. That's Japanese. Yeah, I studied 1 year of Japanese. Oh, nice sunglasses. Because today I'm doing the live outside, so there's a little bit of sunshine. Yeah. Option 3: go get milk. People should not have have toxic people regardless of relationship. Yeah, I mean, when you have sometimes maybe they have the parents that are toxic. Sometimes they have siblings that are toxic. That kind of situation is a little bit easier to address. When you have a spouse that's toxic, or when you have a spouse that's toxic, that's kind of difficult to deal with. It's so important to have a peace of mind. So yesterday I went to see my mom, and because usually my sister, she doesn't answer the door. So yesterday she answered the door, and she tried to block me outside, and she tried to throw some letters at me. So that kind of behavior, you cannot be around that kind of behavior all the time. It's really disturbing, right? And when your mind is always disturbed, you're not gonna have peace of mind. You're not gonna be able to focus. If you cannot focus, you cannot be powerful. What do you pay for property management? For property management, I didn't pay the property management company. I'm managing on my own. So basically, I have a CPA. So every month she checked the book, and then I have an on-site manager. So she's managing the property. So I didn't go get a management company. I'm just managing on my own. If you pay for a property management company, depending on where you are, it's probably, I think, usually at least couple percent, maybe 5%, or sometimes even more, depending on what type of property you have, depending on the management intensity. Yeah, the weather is really nice always. He should talk to her, address the issue, and give her why she became like that. No, you don't understand. It's not a emotional issue. It's a mental issue. She's on medication. She has some mental issue. Thanks for the follow, Lola. Yes, you're correct. I feel the same way when I visit my mom. No peace of mind. It's very uneasy feeling when I visit her. Okay, where are you from? Okay, I'm from Los Angeles, California. You guys can let me know where you're from. Follow my TikTok. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. San Antonio, Texas. That's actually a really good market. So people that want to invest in real estate, looking for a location to invest, San Antonio, Texas is great because it's not far from Houston, it's not far from Austin, and the price is not that high yet. Jamie Fabulous from Northern Texas. Okay, welcome. Florida, Lola, Florida. What area of Florida you're from? And if you guys want to invest out of state, Northern Florida is good too. The Panhandle area of Florida. So here's the thing about your mental health and about your mind. If it's in a good condition, then it's good. But if your mind is disturbed, it's gonna take you some time to get back on track. So that's why mental health is so important, and it's so important to keep a peace of mind. If you do not have a peace of mind, then it's gonna have to take you some time to get back on track. It's very time consuming, and it's very it takes effort. So that's why you want to always make sure every day you wake up, you want to make sure you're in the best mental condition you are in. You want to always make sure that you get back on track. So the system I use is called Master. So every morning sometimes I do meditation, sometimes I don't. So basically the Master stands for you meditate, you assert. So basically whatever goal you have, you assert your goal. Then you see your goal. Basically you visualize it, right? You see the goal in your mind as vividly as possible. Then you take note. Then you exercise, then you refocus. Every day you want to refocus because as human, we're easy to forget, right? So sometimes when you're doing really well in your life, then you become cocky. Sometimes when you're in a shithole, then your life is like going downhill, and you're always worried, you're always pissed off. So that's why every day you always want to refocus. You want to make sure your mind is centered. You want to make sure your mind is in the right place. You want to do that every single day. You shouldn't miss any day, because what happens with a lot of people. So I'm not sure if this mental issue is genetic, or is it the way they handle their life. So for my sister, when she was younger, she was actually okay. She didn't show too much sign of abnormality in in her mind. But once she went to college, and then everything started to go downhill. So I think when she was in her early 20s. But I feel like, because in the beginning her condition wasn't that bad, so it seems like she can control herself. But I think as time went on, and she just like totally lost it. So I think it's half and half. It's half genetic, and that the other half is how hard you work on maintaining a healthy mindset and maintaining a healthy mentality. My mom has mental issues too. Yeah, I mean, mental issue is actually pretty common. It's just a lot of people don't talk about it because it's kind of embarrassing, to the family, and that people don't want to mention it. But it's actually pretty. It's not as rare as people think. J-My Fabulous, thanks for the following. Gainesville, is that Gainesville, Florida? Oh, Gainesville, Florida. That's nearby. That's north of Orlando. Mr. Dog. I'm from San Antonio, and a lot of people coming from California. Yeah, so because San Antonio, the price is still really good. Winnipeg, Canada. Okay, I watched a documentary about Winnipeg, Canada. I think the real estate market there is pretty good too. Huffing propane. What's that? What does it mean? Pamela Jones. So pretty much everything you do is mind over matter, right? So actually everything you see in this world, the house, the sunglasses, your hair, your body, your dress, the life you have, the car you have, the income you have, the job you have, everything came from your mind, because you conceived it, then you make it into reality. So what kind of prospect you have on life, how you see the future, and how you see the world, how you see your life's gonna turn out. Just how you project it it makes the difference. How are you? Beautiful day. Great. Yes. I mean, I don't have a huge house. I don't really want to spend a lot of money on house, because I don't think I'm that rich yet. So I'm still focusing on building the financial independence. So I'm still focusing on investing in more rental properties. So that's my goal. So because my mom, she's 85. My dad is 80. And my wife, she's in China, so she's coming. So I'm thinking in the future there's gonna be a lot of responsibility. I'm probably gonna have to spend more time with my family. So right now I'm just focusing on building the financial foundation to invest in more rental properties, so that later on, if I wanted to, I have a choice to not to work or work. So I would have that freedom. What's keeping you healthy when you're 40 years old? I'm 45 right now. So I actually changed my diet, and I changed a whole bunch of stuff. So before, there was time I used to work a lot. I used to work like 24/7, not 24/7, but I was working like 7 days a week, and I wasn't exercising. I wasn't eating right, so my cholesterol was really high. All my matrix for my blood, my health wasn't really good. So what I did is I started to change my diet. So instead of eating 3 times a day, I started eating 2 times a day. Instead of eating really full every time, I only eat like 70% full. And also, instead of eating a lot of meat, a lot of carbohydrate, I started eating more fruit, more vegetables. I mean, I still eat meat, I still eat carbohydrate, I just try to eat more vegetables and more fruits, and also exercising every day. I mean, I don't go to gym that much anymore. I used to go to gym more often when I was younger, but nowadays I just do a lot of walking. So walking is actually really, really good for your health. There is a statistics that shows that the people that walk, I think at least 5,000 or 7,000 steps a day, I forgot the exact number, they cut their risk of heart disease in half. So, and also there's another study showing that the correlation between the size of your waist and the heart attack, heart disease. So the bigger waist you have, the more likely you're gonna get a heart attack. So I walk a lot. So walking is really good because walking brings a lot of oxygen into all your organs. It's also increase your heart function, cardiovascular system. So walking is really good. So I have a tracker. It tracks my steps every day. So usually I try to walk at least 10,000 steps a day. So usually 5,000 steps in the morning and 5,000 steps in the evening. You look more handsome in the sunlight. Thank you. Cool hands, look glasses. Between 39 to 40 years old, problem came. Yeah, because people's age, the metabolism starts to slow once you get older. So, because when you're younger, you can eat anything you want. You don't have to sleep. You don't have to work out. You can do anything. You're still gonna feel very energized. But once you get a little bit older, then the metabolism slows down. So you gotta be pay more attention on your health. Ms. J. Tamor, thanks for the sharing my live video. That's hook up to help the homeless. That's get a building and put them in there. Let's get money, friend. Yeah, so homeless is a big problem. It's a tough subject. I watched some documentary about homeless people. There's definitely need to be more public support for it. I mean, it's a hard subject to discuss here. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's not easy. Because I did a short video on TikTok for an organization in Los Angeles. Basically, they help the homeless veterans. Because a lot of veterans, they once they get out of the army or the Marine or whatever branch they were. Some people, especially when they've been through the battle zone before, usually they come out with the PTSD. So because they have the PTSD, sometimes they start to get on the wrong track. So sometimes they end up into the justice system. So they get in trouble with the law. So that organization, they actually help the veterans that got into trouble with the law. So homelessness is associated with all this, with mental problem, with PTSD, whether they're veterans or not, with substance abuse, and also with problem with the legal system. So it's a very complicated issue. The government actually allocate a lot of money to combat homelessness, but a lot of times those money are not being used efficiently. A lot of them are squandered away. Sama, sorry, I'm not Jackie Chan. Yeah, walking's great. Yeah, we'll live away. Always cold. I cannot go outside and walk. Oh yeah, that's what's nice about when you live in a sunshine state. Let me get to an area with more sunshine because I'm trying to get more sun. It's actually good to be in the sun because it gives you a lot of different minerals. It's pretty healthy to make sure to get some sunshine every day. Sensalete, Chantico, you were homeless. Okay, I was homeless before. Okay, yeah, homeless is it's not easy. Yeah, you don't want to. First of all, you do not want to get into that situation. If you did get into that situation, you want to get out as soon as possible. That's why having a shelter is so important. When you have a privacy, when you have a shelter, you have the safety. You know, you can regroup, you can focus, you can be mentally strong. You don't have to worry about violence. You don't have to worry about being cold. So that's why having a home is so important. Having a shelter is so important. It's very crucial. Is that one of your properties? I don't own a whole lot of properties. I just own a home that I live in and then some rental properties. So I'm in the process of focusing on to purchase more rental properties. Yeah, I'm not trying to give you guys the perception. Oh, I'm rich. I'm already good to go. I'm set. No, that's not the case at all. So I'm also in the process of growing my rental income to be more financially successful, to be more financially independent. So I'm still in the process as well. But because I have been in real estate for a long time, because I got my license I think around 2000, about 20 years ago. So I've been in real estate for a long time. But it just before I haven't spent too much time investing in real estate, which is very stupid of me. But I have changed that. So I'm focusing more time on investing versus working. So that's the problem with a lot of people. So most people are just focused on working. When you tell them, oh, why don't you invest in real estate? They're gonna say, oh, I have no time, I have no money, I have no this, I have no that. But actually, believe it or not, a lot of people they do not invest in real estate. It's not because they don't have the money. It's actually because they are not focused. They didn't put enough time into it. Because let's face it, right? People are busy. Everybody have a life to live. So if you do not purposefully carve out the time to focus on investing in real estate, then you're just not gonna do it. But what people don't know is, just like I'll give you my experience. So I used to work as a real estate broker for a long time, for like 10 years, 15 years. I wasn't putting too much time into investing in real estate. So I was just doing deals, and I was making decent money. Even now I'm making decent money. But when you're focused on doing deals or working, if you stop working, then you have no money. That's the biggest problem. So that's why I started, to focus more on investing, because every property you buy, the cash flow, the passive income stack up. When you're just working, you get, let's say if you get a paycheck 10,000 a month, next month you're not gonna have that 10,000, and the month after that you're not gonna have 10,000, and at the year end you look at your bank account, you have nothing. So that's a problem with work. So you gotta remember that nobody ever get rich through just working. Nobody, not a single person on this planet will ever get rich through working. You will not get rich through working, because you cannot save money. It's hard to save money, and also not to mention the inflation. So whatever money you get, as long as you have just enough for down payment, you should buy a property as soon as possible. Because once you buy the property, then you start to accumulate equity, and also you start collecting rent. And also the tenant is going to help you to pay for the mortgage. So, and it stacks up. Let's say if you set a goal for yourself, let's say within the next 5 years. Okay, how about this? Let me give you guys a challenge. Give yourself a challenge to become a millionaire. Let me see. Now it's 2022. Give yourself a challenge to become a millionaire in 2025. It's doable. If every one of you guys really set your mind to do it, you can do it. I mean, maybe some of you guys are already millionaires. If you're not, then you can challenge yourself. I mean, everything you need to know about how to do it it's gonna be in my video, and I'm gonna make more of it. If you just watch all my videos, just set a goal to challenge yourself to become a millionaire by 2025. You'll do it. You can do it. There's no doubt about it, because you cannot make any excuse anymore. You cannot say I don't know. You cannot say that, because I'm already sharing everything you need to know to become successful in real estate. You only need to believe in yourself and and carve out the time to do it and set the goal. Let me see. Donald, thanks for the follow. Hello, Donald. Right, so you are landlord too. Yes. Manny, welcome. Sometimes people say, oh, the landlords, you're just a leech. You're just, living on top of, on the expense of the tenant. No, that's not true, man. That's how the world run, right? You gotta, everybody needs to have a place to stay, right? Then that's the economy, right? When you have a place to stay, then you need to pay for the rent. So if you want to pay for the rent, if you're gonna be the tenant, then you're gonna pay for the rent. If you do not want to be the tenant, then you go invest in the property yourself. Then you either you live in your own property, or you gotta pay the rent. There's only two options. If you do not want to buy your own property, then you gotta pay the rent. So it's just the reality, It's just the way how the world is run, right? Some people say there's one guy, he was trying to beat me down with his stupid ideology. He said, oh, if you're a landlord, then you're a leech. That's kind of stupid, because all the business out there, they're selling the product or service in exchange for return, right? I sell you an iPhone, you pay me the money for the iPhone, right? I sell you a timeshare, you pay me the money for the timeshare. I sell you a Panda Express lunch, you pay me the money for the lunch. There's no free lunch, right? He was saying, oh, you are just charging people money for rent. And then I asked him, so what do you expect? If they don't pay the rent and live there, where are they going to live? Are they going to live in your home? If they don't live in your home, then where are they going to rent? Where are they going to rent for free? There's nothing free in this world, right? You gotta always pay something. Hi, Ray. Looks like a beautiful day. Thank you. Yes, it is. That's how the world is. You're absolutely correct. Exactly. Yeah. That's how the economy is run too. So the economy is basically a collection of all transactions. So somebody buy this, somebody buy that, then everything added up. That's the economy. Yeah. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Jacqueline. Yeah. My parents is okay. So yesterday I went to see my mom. So I just feel bad for my mom, because it's not easy to live with somebody that has a mental issue. It's really disturbing to the mind. I don't know how she can handle it, but she insists on living with her. So I don't know. I have no solution. I'm not sure. So that's why I feel bad about my mom, and I kind of worry about her, because she's already in her old age, but she doesn't want to give up on my sister. She wants to be with her, because she thinks being a mother, she wants to help her, but I think it's too much for her. So to be honest with you, I don't know how I can solve this situation. Yeah. Dong Ray, thank you for the follow. Why don't you call social service? No, my sister, she's on medicine, and she's that's the thing, because I talked to my mom. I said, why don't we send her to like a group house, something like that. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to send her away. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work dealing with someone with mental problem. Yeah, yeah. My sister, she's 52. Yeah. A lot of people think she's younger than me. No, she's not younger. She's older than me. She's 7 years older than me. She's not like a little kid. Yeah. So I think my parents is kind of responsible, sort of, in a way, that she's the way she is today. I think they have been too protective of her. Because in the beginning, when she first became kind of crazy, in the beginning, when she showed sign of craziness, I tried to stop him. I said, you need to control yourself. Then in the beginning, she was able to control herself. But every time when he showed the sign of craziness, my parents wouldn't stop her. So I think that's kind of made her worse, because she thinks it's okay. So like I said earlier, right? So the mental people with mental issue, it may be part genetic and it may be part self-control. And if you do not control yourself at all, then you're just gonna keep going. The downward spiral is just gonna keep going. I think she's some type of bipolar or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I read her. I don't remember exactly, but I read her diagnosed before. It's some type of either schizophrenic or bipolar. Yeah, chemical imbalance in the brain. Yeah, without the cooperation of your mom and dad, this is a difficult situation. No, but it's difficult for my parents too. They're not young. They're old, so it's a big burden on them. Which I don't think they should, carry this burden. But they want to. They want to carry this burden. I have similar issues with my parents. My dad is 100 years old and my mom's 94. Live with my crazy brother. Yeah, so it's more common than what people think. People just don't talk about it. Yeah, so if they're living with your brother, it's probably even harder because the guys, when they have mental issues, probably they're even more violent. Because I know how violent they can be. It's like my sister. So I don't know. It's very difficult. She's like so vindictive, so like pissed off for no reason. I'm like, just live your life. Just control your emotion. But sometimes maybe they cannot do it. Maybe because of their the mental issue. Yeah, that's the problem. The medication. So my mom used to make sure that she take the medicine. But now I think her situation has become so bad that sometimes she's not taking medicine, according to the schedule. In that situation, what can you do, right? Like Jacqueline, like what you're saying. I mean, you cannot move there and live with them. And but if you don't live with them, then your parents with your crazy brother, then your parents are so old. It could be a very hazardous situation. So that's the same situation for my parents and my sister. But sometimes I don't know. It's hard to explain. Yeah. Mark Sanfan. The parents have been enabling her over all these years, and now it makes it difficult for them. Yeah, it's kind of that way too. Because I remember when she was younger. Although she showed this sign of craziness from time to time, but when she was younger, when she showed that, when she displayed that kind of behavior, I tell her to shut the fuck up, and then she would be able to refrain herself. But now it's just getting worse and worse. Now I don't talk to her anymore because even when we were living together, she would like pick fight with me for no reason. So. But sometimes it's hard to to refrain, to keep yourself from responding. So that's why it's not gonna work out. I mean, for Jacqueline, you're talking about your parents living with your crazy brother. That's very difficult. It's definitely not easy. We tried to put them in a nice facility, and my mom would leave. So I totally get you. It's sad and hard. Yeah. I tried to ask my mom, can we put her in a facility? She doesn't want to. She doesn't want me to do it. Yeah. Samuel, aloha. Yeah. Anyway, so enough of the negative energy. Life still needs to go on, right? I just moved away from toxic relationship. This is interesting. Yeah, you have to move away from toxic relationship because I'm telling you, everything you have in this world that you see comes from your mindset, comes from your mind. So if you have a toxic mindset, if you have a pessimistic mindset, if you have a negative mindset, it's not gonna work. So here's a situation. So no matter what you do, there's always gonna be a problem. Just like my sister, right? So that's why sometimes when I see her, I I feel really bad for her, because here she is, kind of like a, totally messed up, and she's living a life of hell. She's living a life of hell, right? And she's messed up, she's pissed off, and yet she didn't live life at all. It's like she's living in hell on this earth, and she didn't get anything accomplished. She didn't live life. She didn't enjoy anything that's meaningful in life. But she's going through all the the hardship. I mean, no matter what, you're gonna go through hardship. But the problem, the difference is, if you pick your own battle, then you can live out your destiny. So, yeah. Thank you. Jacqueline said, I just pray for them. Life goes on. I had to also. Positive energy, yes. Yeah, so you cannot be in a toxic relationship. You gotta stay away. David, welcome. So yeah, so I'm gonna stay on for another maybe 11 minutes. Right now it's 12:19. Okay. So anybody else have any question about anything? Real estate, finances, career, life situation, career situation. We can talk about it. So before some of you guys come up, so if you want, you can join the challenge, the Millionaire Challenge. If you focus on it, everyone can achieve it. If you're not already a millionaire, you can achieve it within 2 to 3 years if you wanted to. Chula, welcome. Thanks for the like. What are you guys up to? What's going on with your life? I'm actually very appreciative of TikTok. It's kind of opened up my horizon. It got me the opportunity to meet with more people. I think it helped me in a good way. What do you think about Robert Kiyosaki's affiliate marketing? Is that a coaching program? I think coaching is good. I started making much more money after I paid for coaching as well. You just got to know if the money you pay for the coaching, if it's really going to help you to get the outcome you want. Let's say if you pay $10,000, if it can help you to make 50 grand or 100 grand, then it's worth it, right? Because a lot of times it's not very easy to try to sit there and figure things out on your own. Because many of the achievement you're trying to achieve, somebody has already done it before. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to find somebody that has already done it and just copy it. It's so much easier. And what's most important is going to save you a lot of time. Let's say if you're going to try to figure out something on your own, it's probably going to take you 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Yes, it's free, but you're paying with your time. Let's say if you get a coach that has been there, that has done that can show you the rope in a couple weeks, or the most couple months. Maybe you're gonna pay $10,000, $50,000, but you're saving 10 years or 5 years of time. So that's totally worth it. I have paid for a lot of coaching. I paid for Tony Robbins, I paid for Craig Proctor, I paid for a whole bunch of real estate coaching, a couple $100,000. Yes, I spent all those money, but it helped me to make more money too. Chantico, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Thank you. You too. What states? What state do you like for real estate? I'm about to head to school CSU LA. Oh, okay. Cal State LA. That's right. That's not far from me. State to invest in real estate. Just mostly the Sun Belt state, landlord-friendly states: Texas, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. So all those landlord-friendly states. If you're gonna come to school in a CSU LA, you might need a place to live, right? You might even just buy like a 2 unit or 3 units or 4 units in the nearby, and you can stay in 1 unit and leave the other, and rent out the other units. Because you can still get some decent price property in Los Angeles, although I have to caution you, the landlord law is very bad. It's really not landlord friendly. But since you're already gonna be here, maybe you can do this as a side business, and also help pay for your rent. What you gonna study? What's your major going to be? So you're trying to learn from Robert Kiyosaki how to do network marketing, affiliate marketing. Yeah. So when you're doing affiliate marketing, you're not selling your product. You're helping to sell other people's products. I don't know how much money you're gonna make in there. Okay. The fastest way to make money is marketing and sales. So if you learn how to do marketing, if you learn how to do sales, then you have potential to make a lot of money, and obviously also real estate. So once you make the money from whatever that you're doing, then you put it in real estate. If you become an affiliate of another company, when you sell their product, you get compensated. Yes. It's good to invest in yourself with education. I agree that it's worse than initial cost to learn from someone has already done it. Correct. No, you asked what are you guys doing. I'm gonna go to Cal State LA right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get a life insurance, mostly to cover funeral services. Have any companies you recommend? The company I bought the life insurance is AIG. So when you buy life, I don't know too much about life insurance, but what I do know is when you buy life insurance, don't try to look at it as an investment. It's not an investment, because a lot of times people like put $500 a month, $1,000 a month. They think they're gonna get some money back. I don't think that's a good investment. So instead, I just paid I think about $50 or $60 a month. I don't even care if they give me the money back or not. As long as if something, knock on wood, if something happens, I can get my payback. So I don't really look at life insurance as an investment. I just look at it as a backup option. After I graduate, I want to move. I grew up here in Cali and I want to move in a month. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities in other states too. Correct. Basically, you get paid $1 for every person who provides their email to your page. Jackie is in Wisconsin. Okay. Thanks for the like. We're gonna stay on for 4 more minutes. Then I'm gonna go get something to eat. So you just gotta focus. Sometimes people they think about this today, they think about something else tomorrow. You just gotta focus. I think what's the problem with most people is that they're not focused. Either they're not focused or they have too many focuses. You want to narrow down on your goal. Probably 2 is the most. Even 3 goals is too much. Narrow down on your goal and then just focus on that 1 or 2 things that you need to work on. Any insight about Charleston, South Carolina? I don't know too much about it. Is that a banking center? Is that a banking center? I remember something about like a lot of banks have a headquarters over there. But basically, if you're trying to invest out of state, here's a couple of the criteria you want to look at. Preferably within 1 hour drive of major airport. You want a population to be minimum 100K, the rent minimum 1,000, and the home price minimum 100K. You want to prefer the area have major employers, so we call it economic engine. Sam Zell actually came out with this term. Sam Zell, he's a big investor. What he means when he says economic engine is that you want major employers. It could be government, university, military, big corporations. Because when you have major economic engine or hospitals, when you have major economic engine, then you're gonna have a lot of demand, right? You're gonna have a lot of people working there, and they're gonna have the money to pay you the rent. So that's very important. Also, another thing is you want to have a necessity, like for example, Walmart, Costco, Whole Food nearby, so that's easy for people to go shopping. I'm new watching TikTok, a lot of garbage. I'm glad you give us great investment information. Awesome, great, thank you. Thanks for the compliment. Quintera King, thank you for your precious time and valuable information. Thank you. Best day to you. Okay, follow my TikTok, give me some likes. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. So I'm gonna stay for 1 more minute, then we'll talk another time. I'm communication and business major. To answer your question, want to go your route, but not in California. I think it's much better, much easier to start other states, because the cost in California is like crazy. If you're just gonna start out, it's gonna take so much money, and also the return in California is too low. It's not worth it. It's literally not doable. It's not doable to invest in anything in California nowadays. Only if let's say if you're doing Airbnb, then maybe that's possible. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna log off now. I'll see you guys another time. Okay. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the questions. Thank you.